good life, Hazel Grace.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it's not okay. I know this is a late movie reaction. Later than late. Late. And I am so sorry, but hey, you know, better late than never, right? Right? I just had to let the movie soak, marinate in my brain like a fine steak. First off, I've got nothing but praise for this movie. It was lovely. It was true to the book, with the exception of a couple minor parts, which the film did perfectly fine without. Adding to that, no, I don't think the book or the film romanticizes illness, and I don't think John Green is a terrible person. If that's what you're wanting to hear, you're never gonna hear it. So just go. The actors did phenomenally well. That is like my highest praise right now. Until this movie, I hadn't quite jumped aboard the Shailene Woodley and Ansel Elgort train, because I didn't really like Divergent, and that movie didn't showcase their talents at all. Were they bad actors? Were they good actors? I don't know. I still had no idea. Unfortunately, that's the issue with not very good scripts. The actors can only do so much. And before that, all I knew of Shailene was Secret Life of the American Teenager. It's a terrible show. It's just awful. Don't watch it. This movie was concrete proof for me that Shailene and Ansel can, in fact, act and have a lot of potential for the future. Now, I was always on the Nat Wolff train because I used to love the Naked Brothers band. I know. Let me have it. Honestly. I was a fan. Maybe I went to the concert at my state fair. Maybe I made t-shirts. Maybe. I refuse to feel guilty about this. So yeah, I've been a Nat Wolff fan since I was a wee lass. And I'm actually really excited to see Nat Wolff acting. Like being in things and doing things and actually making a name for himself that isn't the name he made for himself before. Now, one of the most exciting things about the film is I simply cannot separate book Augustus and Hazel from film Augustus and Hazel. They were the same people. Hazel's mannerisms, Gus's little quips, it was all just the way I imagined it. I really appreciate the fact that they didn't sugarcoat the story, especially Gus's portion. And I gotta say, I am pretty darn amazed by all the geniuses that came out of the woodwork once the trailer premiered. OMG. Gus is just pretentious, and you guys are too stupid to see it. You're just dumb little fangirls, and you don't even realize that he's pompous. Do you even know what pompous means? I'm gonna let you bask in your moment. Go ahead. We know. We read the book. We know. It's like a pretty big part of the book and the film. We also noticed that Percy Jackson is a demigod and Harry Potter is a wizard. But congratulations on your big discovery. Gus's journey is sad. He's not just some pompous jerk that ends up dying. He beat cancer, and now he's just cocky and happy and, yeah, a little bit pretentious. He lost his leg along the way, but he won the battle. Then he goes from cocky to humble, and then from humble to hating himself. It's miserable. It's sad. Hazel doesn't sugarcoat it in the book, and the film doesn't ignore this. This is what his illness did to him. One of my favorite parts of the novel was Hazel's parents, so I'm really glad that they were actively included, especially her mom. One of the most important parts of the novel, in my opinion, made it to the movie, which made me very happy, which was the part when her mother says, "I'm not going to be a mom anymore," and Hazel catches it before she drifts off. The impact in the film was huge, so for that I'm grateful, because it really says a lot about the development of her mother as well, because she goes from "I'm not going to be a mom anymore" to taking college courses, you know, trying to learn more how to help other people in her situation. And she says to Hazel, "I'm always going to be your mother. I shouldn't have said that." Which is great, because in a lot of novels and movies, you notice, especially young adult fiction, parents are kind of just there. They're either goofy or they're evil. There's never just normal parents who make mistakes and then learn from their mistakes. So this was important for me, and I'm very, very glad they kept that. Man, this movie was so sad. By the time the film finished, you could drive a jet ski in the theater. There was not a dry eye there. And you know, I don't just think, oh, it's a sad story. Anybody could cry in a sad story. That doesn't mean it's good. No, man. I was paying attention. You should have seen the audience's faces. Grave, emotional, understanding. A lot of this stuff people have been through before. Or, you know, even worse, there's a good chance that they will go through it in the future. And then the tears, I've never seen anything like it. The movie is sad because, unlike other films, it doesn't ignore the reality of death or the reality of life. See, this is a big part of The Fault in Our Stars. Hazel bringing Gus to terms with the fact that you don't have to be loved by everyone to be important. That's life. That's my life. That's your life. It's perfectly fine, even astounding, to be loved and needed in your own little sphere of existence. This is something that Gus, and honestly, I think a lot of people these days, have trouble dealing with. Anyway, on a lighter note, the humor was genuine and great. I loved the part where Isaac was throwing all the trophies and just getting upset. And then when he threw eggs at Monica's car. I also really loved the style of the film. I liked the little text bubbles when Hazel and Augustus would text each other. They were just cute. I really liked that. And I really liked the realistic costuming of the characters. I don't know if you noticed, but both Hazel and Gus were wearing some of the same t-shirts, the same jeans, same shoes, same jackets, you know, recycled wardrobe, like normal teenagers have, unless you're famous. Good job getting it right for once, Hollywood. I thought the whole scene with Van Houten, how do they even say it in the film? I remember just being blown away because I've always said Van Houten. I think they said Van Houten. If I'm saying it wrong, don't make fun of me. You can correct me, but don't make fun of me. I'm sorry, I can't remember. Anyway, Van Houten was very well done. It was awkward and just maddening. And Willem Dafoe was a very, very good casting choice. The Anne Frank house was, despite what Tumblr says, because Tumblr always has to have something to complain about, very, very tastefully and respectfully done. It was used beautifully to help the viewer understand trials and hope and happiness. In fact, I am so angered over the response that this scene got that I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. If you think this scene was disrespectful, you were not paying attention, or you really just want to be mad about something. I don't even know what I expected. You know, when The Fault in Our Stars came out, everybody loved The Fault in Our Stars and recognized how wonderful it was. What a great story. Wow, this is amazing. But now suddenly too many people like it, so that's not right. I don't want to be like everyone else. I want to be a special snowflake, so I'm going to complain about every little thing. Man, it's okay to have opinions, you know? I have opinions. I'm definitely an opinion girl. But don't be a jerk. Where did that come from? I don't know. Cassidy's angry portion of her brain. Like I said, I don't have anything bad to say about this movie. I thought it was very well done. I felt that it did everything to keep the story feeling important and real and wonderful. No sugarcoating. None. The characters may not be real, but the emotions and the reactions are incredibly real. This film, book, story is about coming to terms with your own reality and seeing the hope and joy in it. And I felt the film accomplished this. If you haven't read the book or seen the movie, I highly recommend both. And if you're an audiobook person, I've got good news for you. This video is actually brought to you by Audible, the leading provider of audiobooks. You can go and check out The Fault in Our Stars right now. I haven't listened to the audiobook version, but I've actually heard that it's incredible, so if that's something you're interested in, go check it out. In fact, if you want a free audiobook, I can do that for you. Just go to audible.com/castj. That's audible.com/castj. And then you can sign up for a free 30-day trial, and you can download a free audiobook. So if you want free The Fault in Our Stars, or as I like to call it, a free tier maker, then just mosey on up to Audible and download your book. But if you don't want to read that, don't worry. Audible's got fiction, non-fiction, non-fiction. They've got everything. So you've got a lot to choose from. Just go ahead and click the link below. So, what did you think about The Fault in Our Stars? What was your favorite scene? Who was your favorite actor? Tell me all the things. Okay? Okay.